Infamous has finally arrived, but is Sucker Punch's first outing on the PS3 a AAA experience? Well, here's my review. The game starts off with an explosion in Empire City that levels up a few buildings and leaves Cole in the middle of destruction. Doesn't really know what happened, however he has developed electric powers, which he can use for good or evil depending on what you want your karma choice to be for your particular playthrough. Good, of course, you help people, you pick the good choice, the selfless act, and you become more or less a hero. The more interesting, though, is you could be evil and, cause massive destruction. You choose the evil side, the more selfish side, and see, how that plays out. I mean, if you're good, you'll have you'll see blue electricity, while if you're infamous, you'll see the red. And either way, the powers are similar, but there are the differences. Like, as I said, much more destructive when you are evil, the powers, and they're a lot cooler in my opinion. But I mean, you also look a little different too, like, you look kind of darker. It almost looks like you got mud on yourself. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to explain in that respect. But no matter which side you choose to play as, the game is fun regardless. I mean, in terms of the gameplay, you have your electrical powers, and there's no real, there's no weapons to use at all, like no guns, if anyone was thinking of that kind of thing. I mean, you do have a few melee attacks there. You're not really going to use them too much. Maybe there's a few instances, but I mean, it's mostly the powers that take center stage for it, and they're really fun to use. I mean, once you level them up more, they become pretty darn destructive, and it's pretty cool to watch them in motion. Also, when you play, Cole's really agile, and he's able to run up buildings, scale everything. Kind of plays like Assassin's Creed in that respect. He's able, he's able to run up buildings. It feels a bit automated in certain sense, but it's really fun to do. I mean, I liked it in that respect. Graphically, this game was fairly impressive. The character models, all of them were pretty well done, especially Cole's. His was my favorite. The environments were also very well done, and I mean, the lighting, the textures, all looked really great. You could tell this was a first-party game, and the fact that a lot of polish went into it. But I mean, even with that polish, there were a couple of problems. I ran into a few glitches. One time I went through a building. It wasn't too big of a deal, but it was a little bit annoying in that respect. But I mean, performance-wise, it ran pretty damn smooth. I don't think I ran into any slowdown, maybe once or twice. Even then, I'm not too sure because I don't even remember, but I don't think there was. One thing though about the game that I just didn't like was the character Zeke. He was annoying as hell. I don't know, he wasn't my favorite choice of a character to have him there. His voice was kind of got on my nerves eventually. I mean, you could agree or disagree with me on that, but yeah, I mean, that's more or less an opinion. But other than that, I think this game is pretty damn good, and I'd highly recommend it. I would easily consider it one of the best PS3 games this year. It easily beats Killzone in my opinion. And I mean, although Resident Evil 5 I thought was very good, if you're going to play by yourself, I'd rather much play Infamous, because Resident Evil 5 is just better co-op, and that's how it goes. So overall, I would give Infamous a 9 out of 10. So yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed, and rate and comment, and yeah, hopefully I'll be reviewing Prototype soon. Take care.